Alright, well, I got a bit of a plumbing issue, or a drain issue with my sink here at the Mega Shed. This thing's, I don't know, just backing up. Yesterday it was just totally clogged with water. And don't see anything in the P-trap. So yeah, everything's, clear there. So it's obviously further down the pipe. So I've got my bore scope. And I've got my camera on the end here, so it's not very long, but maybe I can see kind of what's going on. And there's obviously some debris. Alright, so trying to get it to go down. Yeah, it looks like the camera's got gunk on it now. Okay. Camera, or the phone, likes to code out. Alright, now okay, so that's a pretty good picture there. Let's see. There's some debris. Okay. Looks like a clump of crap right there. So, all right. So we'll save that. So I've got myself a 15-foot drill-powered snake. So I'm going to use the drill, kind of, run the snake in, try and break that crap up in there, and yeah, there's a good bit of junk in there. Wow. Okay. Get a picture of that. Okay. It almost looks like rocks or something, but alright, so now I see what I'm working with here. I'll go ahead and get the drill and run my snake in. And what I'm using is a bore scope. I'll put a link in the description. And yeah, I kept this thing just for this reason. But again, I just don't know what that is, why it's in my drain. Of course, there for a short time. This was a rental, so there's no telling what the renters were putting down the drain. But obviously, it's that was, gosh, about seven years ago. So, but yeah. So we'll get the drill and try and clean this out. Yeah, there's definitely some sludge in there. Looks like I think I've broken through it. So we'll check with the borescope again, see what it looks like. Okay, let's see what we're looking at now. It looks better. It's at the same length that it was. Trying to, there we go. Yeah, it looks like there's still some sludge there, but at least it looks like it's broken through. Yeah, definitely got some sludge still. I might try to run the snake through again, see if I can try to break some of that up. Okay, that's probably pretty good there. Yeah, I mean, today's Sunday, and I seriously thought about calling a plumber. But I'm like, I know they charge a lot, and especially being on a weekend. And again, this plumbing is only 14 years old, so I shouldn't be having problems like this. So, for the most part, it looks fairly simple to do. So I'll go ahead and run the borescope in there one more time, because I'm thinking it should be good to piece back together. Yeah, I've got some more. This is right here at the edge. You can see that. I've got a lot of stuff broken up right there now. There we go. Yeah. So let's stick this in there. See what we see. Got stuff on the camera. Clean that off. Okay. Come on. Yeah, the lens has still got gunk on it. Alright. Try and clean this off again. Yeah, I'm still getting crap on here, so I don't think I'm going to be able to get a good shot here. So, the only bad thing about these borescopes, the camera is really amazing, but if you get, junk on the lens, which I'm continuously doing every time I put this thing in, you can't really see exactly what's going on in there. Yeah, there's definitely some grease in here. Kind of bulldozing it along here. Definitely try and run some hot water in here, maybe scalding hot water, to kind of break this up. Yeah, definitely don't want to pour grease down the sink. It'll just more problems in the future. Or if it does go down the sink, and run some hot water to kind of melt it so it gets past your plumbing. Alright, let's see if I can get a picture now. Okay, so that's what we're looking like. Yeah. It's just the bad thing, running into clumps of grease. And of course the camera's all clogged up. So I feel pretty confident that I've broken this clog up enough that I can probably piece it back together, maybe run some baking soda and vinegar and some scalding hot water. So I think I'll go ahead and do that. Go ahead and piece this all back here. Okay. All right, well, we'll go ahead and check the sink. I'm going to go ahead and just run hot water on this. In fact, I might go ahead and do some baking soda and vinegar first, just to kind of help, maybe break things up. Now these drains are tied in together, so I'm just going to do one. And do some vinegar. There we go. So it's going to bubble up through both there. And we'll let that sit for a bit. And then we'll run hot water through it. All right. I went ahead and ran some dishwashing soap through it. That's why it's all sudsy in here, kind of break up the grease. I use a lot. I've got this in a gallon jug, or basically 2.66 liters, so it's 2.81 quarts. So yeah, I used about a third of it. And now we're draining. I kind of let it sit for about 30 minutes. So yeah, after seeing just how much of a mess I got in the drain, or in the pipe, this is something I'm probably going to have to keep an eye on, because, I reamed it out, did the best I could do, but I'm sure there's still a good bit of grease in there that's going to need to be broken up over time. So I'm running hot water through it as well to kind of break the grease up. So yeah, it's draining. I think we got it fixed. And again, yeah, I just got a snake. I actually picked one up from Harbor Freight. It was $12. So, for those curious, this is it. 15 foot. So I think I got it. They have one that was 25 foot, but I was like, I don't think I need to go that far. But, I was like, well, let me just go ahead and get this. And yeah, I think I finally got it done. But I mean, just this is what I pulled out of the, just out of the, what I could reach. So I mean, that's grease. That's just a clump of grease right there. So anyway, this job is done. So hope this helps you out. Again, every plumbing clog is different. So mine, was definitely an exception as well compared to what I've seen on video out there. So, but yeah, trying a bunch of different steps and equipment and trial and error, and it looks like finally got it. So hope this helps you out.